أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today it's our 17th lecture on powder X-ray diffraction, and the course is X-ray diffraction techniques. Course code is CAM 5134. The key concepts of our two-day lecture are identification of compounds, amorphous material compared to the crystalline materials, mixture analysis, powder X-ray diffraction of amorphous material. What information do we get or can we get from powder X-ray diffraction? Lattice parameter mean lattice constant. Phase identity mean composition identification. Each phase produces a unique diffraction pattern. The diffraction pattern of a mixture is a simple sum of the diffraction patterns of each individual phase. Some uses of phase identification. Now we start from identification of compounds. Powder diffraction data from known compound have been compiled into a database PDF by the Joint Committee on Powder Diffraction Standard JCPDS. Such match programs are used to compare experimental diffractograms with patterns of known compounds included in the database. This technique can be used in a variety of ways. Student, here you can see when CrCO3 react with copper oxide CuO, we get SrCuO2 and Sr2CuO3. Strontium copper oxide SrCuO2. और जब हम इसका powder X-ray diffraction करते हैं तो हमारे पास पैटर्न जो है SrCuO2 फ्रॉम डेटाबेस, जो कि ये रेड कलर का है, ये ब्लैक जो है ये हमने किया powder X-ray diffraction. फिर हमने इसको कंपेयर किया अपने डेटाबेस में, तो वो मैच हो रहा है SrCuO2 के साथ मोस्ट क्लोजली. और जब हम अपनी प्रोडक्ट जो है Sr2CuO3 का powder X-ray diffraction करते हैं और उसको डेटाबेस के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं, तो वो सेम आपका जो कंपाउंड है SR2CuO3 के साथ मैच हो जाता है, जो कि आपके डेटाबेस में पहले से करके रखा गया है। यू कैन सी हियर बोथ ये ब्लैक एंड रेड लाइन दोनों एक दूसरे के ऊपर सुपर इम्पोज हुई है, मीन के आपका ये कंपाउंड प्योर भी है और ये नॉन कंपाउंड है। जैसा कि हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया हुआ है कि आपका जो है पोडर एक्सरे डिफ्रैक्शन के अंदर जो डिफ्रैक्टोग्राम है वो एज अ फिंगरप्रिंट के तौर पे है। ये देख लें कि जो किया हुआ था वो सेव है, तो वो उसके साथ बिल्कुल मैच कर गया, मीन ये उसका बिल्कुल फिंगरप्रिंट है। Amorphous materials compared to the crystalline materials. Amorphous material do not possesses long periodicity, mean no long range order, compared to the crystalline material which possesses very long range order, and atoms are randomly distributed in 3D space. Amorphous material have order only few atomic or molecular dimensions. While diffracting, amorphous materials with X-rays will be scattered in many directions, leading to a large bump distributed in a wide range or angle. Instead of high-intensity narrow peaks, यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं स्टूडेंट, ये आपके पास क्रिस्टलाइन मटेरियल है, ऑर्डर ऑफ एटम्स आपके पास दिस वन, मीन के यहाँ पे आपके जो एटम्स हैं वो ऑर्डर के अंदर हैं, एंड दिस वन इज एमॉर्फस मटेरियल, और यहाँ पे आपके पास एटम का कोई ऑर्डर नहीं है, रैंडम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है। Now we discuss mixture analysis in powder X-ray diffraction. ये स्टूडेंट आपके पास जो डायग्राम है मल्टी फेज सैंपल, मीन के इसके अंदर डिफरेंट सैंपल आपके पास हैं। लाइक अगर आप देखें तो ये आपके पास क्रिस्टलाइन फॉर्म ए है, दिस वन क्रिस्टलाइन फॉर्म बी, एंड दिस वन इज एमॉर्फस। तो यहाँ पे आप देखें कि जो आपके पास क्रिस्टलाइन फॉर्म है वो एक प्रॉपर पीक्स के अंदर आपके पास आ रहा है, ये रेड, और दिस वन इज जो ब्लू में है। लेकिन ये जो आपके पास नीचे वाला ब्लू है, ये एक स्ट्रेट लाइन जो है, ये इंडिकेशन है कि इसके अंदर आपका एमॉर्फस मटेरियल भी है, मीन कि ये आपका मिक्सचर है। और अगर इसका हम देखें रिजल्टेंट जो है जिसके अंदर हमने नॉइस वगैरह रिमूव किया हुआ है, तो ये चीज़ आपके पास आएगी। क्लियर? तो ये एक मिक्सचर एनालिसिस के अंदर आपकी आइडेंटिफिकेशन है। ये इसके ऊपर फिर फर्दर हम ये आपके पास आया, तो यहाँ पे फिर हम क्या करते हैं कि इसके ऊपर वो आपकी कंपैरिजन कर लेते हैं कि जो आपकी लाइब्रेरी है उसके साथ मैचिंग करके और उसमें नॉइस रिमूव करके नॉइस जो है, तो ये रिजल्टेंट आपके पास आ जाता है। सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट मिक्सचर एनालिसिस। Powder X-ray diffraction of amorphous materials. Amorphous material have a disordered structure, mean no repeating segment as is the case with crystalline materials. As such, they do not produce distinct peaks in a diffraction pattern. This can be seen in the comparison below that shows the diffraction pattern of a crystalline silica sample and an amorphous glass sample. that has a predominantly silica composition. Glass is commonly made from silicon dioxide or quartz sand, which has a crystalline structure. When the sand is melted and the liquid is cooled rapidly enough to avoid crystallization, an amorphous solid called a glass is formed. Amorphous solids do not show a sharp phase change from solid to liquid at a definite melting point, but rather soften gradually when they are heated. The physical properties of amorphous solid are identical in all directions along any axis, so they are said to have isotropic properties. This is a comparison of crystalline silicon dioxide and amorphous silicon dioxide. Quartz is crystalline due to orderedness in bonding and repeating pattern, whereas glass is amorphous, lacking a well-ordered structure and repetition of bonds. यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट आप इस डायग्राम में देखें, दिस इज द क्रिस्टलाइन SiO2 क्वार्ट्ज। तो ये एक आपके पास रिपीटिंग यूनिट है स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर, बट यहाँ पे अगर आप देखें तो यहाँ पे कोई रिपीटिंग यूनिट नहीं है, बट यहाँ पे आपकी थोड़ी सी जो है वो एक क्रिस्टलाइन फॉर्म है। मीन के एमॉर्फस मटेरियल जो आपका होता है उसके अंदर क्रिस्टलाइट होते हैं, और क्रिस्टलाइट वो जगह है जहाँ पे कुछ आपकी अरेंजमेंट जो है वो ऑर्डर के अंदर आ जाती है एटम की। And this is the X-ray diffraction pattern for silica quartz, a crystalline material showing characteristic peak. तो यहाँ पे आप देखें, ये आपकी इंटेंसिटी जो कि हमने कहा कि ये कौन हैं और ये आपका थीटा है, ये सिलिका है। क्योंकि हमने कहा कि सिलिका के अंदर अरेंजमेंट ऑफ एटम एक प्रॉपर है, एक क्रिस्टलाइन शेप उसकी है, तो इसके अंदर ये फिर आपकी जो पीक्स जो हैं वो शो होती हैं। And this is the X-ray diffraction pattern for glass and an amorphous material showing no distinct peaks। कि यहाँ पे चूंकि ग्लास के अंदर आपके पास कोई प्रॉपर अरेंजमेंट ऑफ ऑर्डर नहीं है, मास वाई कुछ स्पेसिस या कुछ जगह पे जिसको हमने कहा कि इसके अंदर क्रिस्टलाइज हैं, तो ये उनकी वजह से ये छोटी सी जो आपके पास हम्प नजर आ रही है ये उनकी वजह से शो होती है, अदरवाइज ये इसी तरह स्ट्रेट लाइन के अंदर ही जाते हैं जो आपके क्या हैं एमॉर्फस मटेरियल। स्टूडेंट, this is a assignment to find out the atomic structure of crystal like table salt, zinc sulfide and diamond। तो इसके सॉल्यूशन के लिए आपको ये दो यूट्यूब वीडियो के लिंक दिए गए हैं, आप इनको देख लें। Now what information do we get or can we get from powder X-ray diffraction? Following information can we get from powder X-ray diffraction? First, lattice parameter mean lattice constant, then phase identity mean composition identification, phase purity, crystallinity, crystal structure, and in the last percent phase composition. Now, first of all, we discuss lattice parameters mean lattice constant. The lattice constant or lattice parameter refers to the physical dimension of unit cells in a crystal lattice. Lattices in 3 dimensions generally have three lattice constants referred to as A, B, and C. A group of lattice constants could be referred to as lattice parameters. However, the full set of lattice parameters consists of three lattice constants and the three angles between them. For example, the lattice constant for diamond is A, 3.57 angstrom at 300 Kelvin. So this is the list of lattice constant for various material at 300 Kelvin. In first row material, then lattice constant in angstrom, and then the crystal structure. For example, if we consider graphite, the value of A mean lattice constant is equal to 2.461 and C is equal to 6.708. Then the crystal structure would be like hexagonal. How to find lattice constant? To find lattice constant, first of all is to identify the space lattice, mean identify the space lattice of the cubic crystal system based on the arrangement of the atoms in the unit cell, and after that find the atomic radii of the atoms in the unit cell, and in the last is the calculate the lattice constant mean A of the cubic unit cell. The length of the unit cell along the x, y, and z direction are defined as A, B, and C. Alternatively, we can think of the size of the unit cell in terms of vectors A, B, and C. The angles between the crystallographic axes are defined by alpha, the angle between B and C; beta, the angle between A and C; gamma, the angle between A and B. A, B, C, alpha, beta, gamma are collectively known as the lattice parameters, often also called unit cell parameters or just cell parameters. Here is the structure of a unit cell. Alpha, beta, and gamma. Along x-axis is it's A, and along y-axis it's B, and along z-axis it's C. Now phase identity or composition identification. Powder diffraction data are commonly used to identify or fingerprint crystalline materials. X-ray powder diffraction is a rapid analytical technique primarily used for phase identification of a crystalline material and can provide information on unit cell dimensions. general X-ray diffraction phase or composition identification will distinguish the major, minor and trace compounds present in a sample. The data usually includes mineral in common, name of the substance, chemical formula, crystalline system, and reference pattern number for the ICDD International Database. A summary table of analysis results and diffraction plot with reference pattern markers for visual comparison is shown below. This is a diffractogram of a mixture of gypsum, anhydrite, calcium sulfate, calcite, calcium hydroxide, brucite, and quartz. In the above diffractogram, we can see the major phases include anhydrite, gypsum, and minor phases include calcite and brucite, while traces included calcium hydroxide and quartz. General X-ray diffraction phase identification and bulk elemental X-ray fluorescence are complementary analysis which provide elemental composition and chemical phase and crystal structures actually present in a sample. Each phase produces a unique diffraction pattern. ये हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया हुआ है कि हर एक कंपाउंड का जो है डिफ्रैक्टोग्राम वो उसका फिंगरप्रिंट है, उस जैसा कोई और नहीं हो सकता. Mean each phase produce a unique diffraction pattern. A phase is a specific chemistry and atomic arrangement. Quartz, crystallobelite and glass are all different phases of silicon dioxide. They are chemically identical but the atoms are arranged differently. As shown, the X-ray diffraction pattern is distinct for each different phase. Amorphous materials like glass do not produce sharp diffraction peaks. As we can see, here is the quartz and we get sharp peak, mean it is crystalline form, and here is crystallobelite. Also we get sharp peak, mean it is crystalline form, but in case of glass we do not get a sharp peak, mean it is a amorphous form, so we do not get any sharp peak here. The X-ray diffraction pattern is a fingerprint that lets you figure out what is in your sample. The diffraction pattern of a mixture is a simple sum of the diffraction patterns of each individual phase. ये हम पहले भी मिक्सचर एनालिसिस के अंदर ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, तो यहाँ पे भी हम इसको देखते हैं कि अगर आपके पास ये क्वार्ट्ज है, देन crystallobelite and after that is glass. अगर हम इनका इंडिविजुअल डिफ्रैक्टोग्राम लें और उसके बाद उसको कंबाइन करें या मिक्सचर का ले लें हम एक डिफ्रैक्टोग्राम, तो हमें पता चल जाएगा कि ये जो फेजेस हैं आपकी, ये एक कॉम्बिनेशन की फॉर्म में इस तरह आपके पास आ जाएंगी। मीन मिक्सचर इज द सिंपल सम ऑफ द डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न ऑफ ईच इंडिविजुअल फेज। From the XRD pattern, you can determine what crystalline phases are in a mixture, how much of each crystalline phase is in the mixture, if any amorphous material is present in the mixture. Some uses of phase identification. A phase is a crystalline solid with the regular three-dimensional arrangement of the atoms. The Mayer diffraction peak positions and intensities are like a fingerprint of a particular crystalline phase. Identification is accomplished by comparison of the Mayer pattern with the entries. Typical example where phase identification is being applied are identification of mineral in geological samples. Phase identification aids understanding of the formation mechanisms of samples, which can provide valuable information regarding the presence of ores or fuels. Great control of ores and rocks for exploration of mineral deposits. Detection of polymorph to distinguish substances with the same chemical composition in different phases of a certain material, an important task for the pharmaceutical industry. Quality control, determination of the presence of impurities in a pure phase. With modern X-ray optics and detectors, impurities down to 0.1 weight% can be detected. Nanomaterials, for example, the rutile phase of nano-titania is required for UV blocking application, for example in sunscreens, whereas photocatalytic activity requires the anatase phase. Polymers and plastics, identification of crystalline phases and polymorphs as well as of filler material by wide-angle X-ray scattering (WAXS). Detection of phase transition under non-ambient conditions such as variable temperature or humidity. Forensics, phase identification can be a deciding factor in determining the origin of traces found at crime scenes. Corrosion in boilers and power plants. The phase found give valuable information about the conditions and reactions leading to problems. Indirectly, they give hints on how to prevent or minimize corrosion processes. Dear student, here is the end of our today lectures of odor X-ray diffraction. Any question regarding to our this lecture or to our previous lectures? You can send me that question at my email ID amaslamchemist@hotmail.com, and I shall send you the most appropriate answer of your question as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.